Hey everyone, this is Fake Tom here, and welcome to the second video of the Anime Update channel. I hope you enjoy this, and I'm hoping this gets good positive reviews. So let's go on to the main topic of this. Borders, the second largest, I believe it's the second largest. I would like to think so. Sorry about that. Second largest bookseller chain is shutting down its 400 stores in America. Borders attempted to liquidate, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, as shown in the Chicago Tribune reports. They filed back in February. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and have attempted to liquidate their stocks, but could find no bidders for the liquidation to buy out Borders. Since then, they are now filing definitely for bankruptcy procedures. What does it say? Here it is. Borders had hoped to sell itself out buyout from Najafi Co., which owns the book blah blah blah. Who owns Book of Month Club? While Najafi was willing to pay $435 million for the assets, the deal fell apart last week after creditors objected to the terms that would have allowed Najafi to liquidate after the sale. See, they had them to actually save the damn place, not liquidate the assets of Borders. But when Borders heard, that the potential buyer was going to basically do what they would have had to do anyway, potentially anywhere, they were like, forget it. And they're having to liquidate anyway now. So it says the Hilco Group will begin. Liquidation will begin as early as Friday, and the process concludes in September. The bankruptcy, they will seek approval from the bankruptcy court. Sorry that I'm reading from the screen. So yeah, Borders is shutting down to all 400 stores in the U.S. I'm not sure worldwide what that's going to mean overseas. But sad day, Borders unfortunately cannot, according to the Chicago Tribune, Borders cannot compete with Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com as far as book sales, and their Kindle. They're not their Kindle, and fortunately they couldn't compete with them as far as ebook readers either. The Nook is probably higher than, and the Amazon Kindle is up there too. They couldn't compete with those two readers. I don't know why the Amazon Kindle is so popular. I hate the design. Okay. I have a Nook. I will admit that. But yeah, sad day. They just couldn't compete, regardless of the fact that, in the long run, anime buyers don't make up a difference, I guess, even though we buy a lot of manga from there. It's just, I don't know, they just weren't making it enough to overcome or even get halfway close to Barnes & Noble, obviously. Sad day, like I said before, sad day. Because I know this is important to a lot of manga readers, because Borders was the place to go get manga, and you could read in there and no one would give a crap. No one would bother you until you don't buy the book or get out. I'm not sure how. I guess I was more nervous to do it in Barnes & Noble. A lot of people did it though. Well, Barnes & Noble has a pathetic excuse for a manga section, and maybe now that they figure, if they, maybe they'll figure out that they'll get more people coming there if they beef up their manga section. Maybe they will, since their competitor, one of their biggest competitors, as far as physical competitors, not digital like Amazon, is maybe they'll get wise. I don't know. But sad day. I didn't buy much manga from there, frankly, but I really did like going to Borders. It's my favorite place, and now I don't have to go to. Frankly, I don't want to go to Barnes & Noble. I mean, The only reason I bought from Barnes & Noble is because I have a Nook, like I said, so ebooks from them, that's all. And sad day, I'll have to buy all my young manga online. I think it'll be cheaper though. So I think they said if the proceedings are, I read somewhere else that the proceedings would stop September 30th, so if you have any manga that you want to get, I would say go out and get it within that time. Got coupons, use them. The sad thing most of all for me is that my mom just got me a Borders Rewards Plus card. I was supposed to pay for the whole year, now Borders is going under. Frankly, late last year, I'd heard about when I was thinking of getting a Nook. I talked to someone at Barnes & Noble. I wasn't, trying to solicit this conversation. But he said, yeah, and he says, Nook is the way to go since Borders is going, and I kind of didn't give it much thought. But it looks like the guy at Borders knew what he was talking about. I mean, Barnes & Noble knew what he was talking about. So yeah, go out and get that manga. Who knows? I mean, they're liquidating their assets, so I don't know when they're going to have going out of business sales, but they're going to want to sell off their crap pretty fast, I guess. I'm not sure how that goes, but any store that goes out of business sells their junk and puts it half price. So that's the only good part that's coming out of it, is that stuff could be marked down a lot. What the stupid thing is? Borders and their site, their Barnes & Noble, their Facebook page has not alluded to the fact once of what you see in the news. And I'm half tempted to go on there and say, hey, Borders, what's up with this? You're not telling us you're closing? Nice. I mean, it's in the newspapers. But, yeah, there's definitely going to be some sales, going out of business sales like any place. Hopefully a lot of markdowns. I don't know when. According to another news source, employees are not supposed to say that. Yeah, another sad thing is, of course, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. I bet they said 11,000 people, 11,000 jobs will be lost out of the 400 stores they're closing down. Really sad. I do feel bad for those people. There goes getting a job at Borders. Even if I did get a job, I wouldn't have one for much longer, I guess. So, but I do feel, I feel for the people that work there, and frankly, I know, even though they're not thinking it, they probably knew this ahead of time. They probably knew that Borders wasn't doing so well. I mean, the whole staff means. So that's my biggest update. I know it took 8 minutes, and I know you're like, wow, you filled up the whole entire thing with this segment, but I felt it was important. My segments won't be so long, but I hope you enjoyed this first video, and so please tell me what you think in the comment section below. Favorite it, like it. I really appreciate your feedback. So